Let's talk about low progesterone today. I'm actually getting addicted to talk to you. I have a challenge to talk to you every day until I go to Cabo next week. So I'm getting so excited and I really want to talk to you every day. So for me not to just talk to myself, please like, comment, talk to me, say something, even it's hello or send me a heart or something. Like, talk to me. This is the best when I'm not just talking to myself. So today we're going to talk about low progesterone. And I really want to tell you what I want to tell you. They got it all wrong, especially if you go to naturopath and they start treating you with this ton of supplements, put you on a hormone replacement therapy. This is the wrong system. And I can tell you from a point of view of a girl who lived with her low progesterone her whole life until she used the system. That was me. And I'm going to show you kind of like the short version of this system that I used for me, for my clients, that completely stopped this madness with the low progesterone. And I didn't have to do these progesterone drops, creams, all of this nonsense for the rest of my life. And remember, because of the estrogen, progesterone, and endometriosis problem, I couldn't get pregnant. And now I have 2 children. So all of they are doing, and I've been through this route going on all of these journeys, fixing estrogen, progesterone, and this is not how they do it. What they do with us in like regular doctor's office, this is absolutely wrong. So I want you to think about it. Your progesterone, the progesterone, estrogen, all of these low sex hormones, they really depend on our liver health. Why? Because we make these sex hormones from pregnenolone. It's like a grandmother of the hormones, right? And to make this pregnenolone, we need fat. We need cholesterol. And I have my other video about cholesterol, how they got the cholesterol absolutely wrong. And what cholesterol is, it's just our helper when we have inflammation in our body. But let's get to this. So we need these fats. We make these hormones from fats. And a lot of people, a lot of women saying that I take the fish oil, I eat lots of fats, but I'm still there with my hormones. So the thing in here, when we have healthy liver, healthy gallbladder, and healthy bile, the bile that comes from our healthy liver and gallbladder help us to emulsify and absorb fats. So if you have stagnant liver, stagnant gallbladder, you can, drink this progesterone from the bottles. You can put ton of cream on yourself, but it's going to be like crutches for your body. That's why eventually they stop working. That's why you constantly need to be on these crutches. Instead, these doctors will teach you how to walk. And what do you need to do is basically have a healthy bile and absorb these fats and make your hormones from it. And I always say that liver, gallbladder is the number one priority when you're working on your hormones. As soon as you make changes in your liver, gallbladder, as soon as your bile is flowing, you have normal digestion. Actually the stagnant bile, this is the reason why people have chronic SIBO infections recurring and coming back. They have this belching, they have this indigestion and problems with their progesterone. Also, when your liver is very sluggish, it can't get rid of the estrogens that are toxic in your body, and they're getting reabsorbed, and the amount of estrogen in your body goes up, and progesterone goes down, because estrogen and progesterone is always like seesaw. More estrogen we have, less progesterone we have. The less healthy bile we have, less fats we eat, less hormones we can make. So it's very, very essential to help that bile, to help that liver, to help your gallbladder. And unfortunately, I can tell you, we walking with the livers maybe 20, 30 with 20-30% working livers. Our livers are fatty, sluggish, over toxic, and not doing their job anymore. Because first, nowadays, there's a lot of toxicity. We are sitting half of a day in front of the computer, so it's just structural. Your bowel is not flowing because we are sitting in one position, and it's anatomically it's getting like the nerves getting pinched, the lymph getting not getting to the places it needs to be to help our liver to detox. And also there are steps how you can help your liver, how you can help your gallbladder. When you do these steps, I guarantee you, you're going to see more progress in your hormone balancing journey than anything you did before with your naturopath. So the first, you remember this, right? We have to rejuvenate the liver so it would be doing its job, processing our hormones, activating our hormones, removing the hormones that did their job and they are not serving our body anymore, like those estrogens, these naughty estrogens that don't need to be reabsorbed. So how do we help our liver and gallbladder and our progesterone? So I'm going to share some of the steps with you. It's 4 steps. First, and very important one, like I said, we're sitting all day in front of our computers. We are not moving the way we're supposed to do. So it is very important step is the belly massage, the visceral massage. And I talk about this in my every video because you can literally create miracles in your health, in your stress, cortisol response, in your hormones when you massage your intestines. So what you need to do is to, like, literally, it's so easy. You don't have to be super smart about it. Sometimes I don't have my phone because here's the phone I'm talking to. Sometimes I even use, I teach my daughter to do this. My 6-year-old daughters know that she can massage her own belly and she can get amazing relief from it. So you can use, I don't know, the remote control. You can use a tennis ball. You can use anything. You can use your own hands. But what you need to do is to go under your right rib. And there are literally a lot of spasms, a lot of scar tissue, a lot of stagnation in that area in between your gallbladder, liver, and your small intestine. That's where the bile flows, and it's supposed to help, first of all, to digest all of your fats and fat-soluble vitamins that women need for our beauty and for our hormones, like A, K, D, E. Vitamin E, it's so important for our hormones. We can only absorb them, they're fat-soluble, when we can absorb those fats. And we need fats to create those hormones. And what we need to do is to actually remove those spasms, work on those adhesions, work on those scar tissues, and also bile help us to remove the bacteria that got left over after we ate. It's like a lot of bacteria that can cause a lot of problems in our body, like SIBO, small intestine bacterial growth. Whoever fight it know how sometimes hard to get rid of it, how to see the results from it. Or constipation, only because the bile is not working. The bile is the key to removing all of these bacteria so they don't accumulate again. You can take probiotics for, like, antibiotics, I'm sorry, for SIBO, but it's going to happen again. The overgrowth going to happen again if you don't have that bile flowing. So what do we do? Again, you can use anything you have. You can just anything you have around you. You can just be waking up in your bed. You can do it before you go to sleep. Heck, you can even do it in the office. Like I'm talking to you, and I can work on my liver gallbladder. So what you do, you find your liver under your right rib. You take anything that you have, and you start pressing. You press and you wait. If you have pain, if it's very uncomfortable you to press on this area in between your navel and your right rib, that means there is stagnancy, that means there is a toxicity, acidity, there is bacteria, there is parasites, or maybe there is scar tissue. To any of these, what we need to do, we need to open those bile ducts. And when you press on them, those bile ducts get open, the bile start flowing. When you press on them, you give the blood flow to the tissue. You give the blood flow to the organ. You help your lymphatic system take all of these toxins and take them away from the organ and help it to detox. So what are we going to do? We take anything that you have and you just start working. It can be your hands, it can be like your remote control, it can be your phone. And we press, we hold until you don't have the pain anymore, or until the pain just like dulls down. And then you move on, you go lower and you press again. Then you go a little bit to the right and you press, and you, like an investigator, you find those areas where it hurts. Whenever you find the area where it hurts, that's the area that you need to give the blood flow to, that you need to work on. And if you make it a habit, you actually can, after you worked on your liver gallbladder area, you can go around your whole abdominal area and massage it. It will give the blood flow, it will help to detox, it will help to remove trapped gas that destroying your body, and it will help get the blood flow, the nutrients, the vitamins, the oxygen, gut, the abdominal area. It's like a lazy dude. You go to the gym, you exercise your muscle, the same, you can exercise your intestines. And trust me, they need exercise. We ladies, we have pregnancies, we have gravity, everything in your abdomen, and we have visceral fat. A lot of, if you see the fat around your belly, you have fat around your abdominal organs, and those fat cells can produce its own estrogen. So again, estrogen up, progesterone down. So what we do when we give the blood and lymph flow, you will start seeing how this abdominal fat is shrinking, how you give the flow, how you give the oxygen, how you give the life to your belly. And actually at the end of the massage that can last like to 2 minutes, literally find something, press on it. Oh, it's painful, and you will see you will grow to like this massage, because now you're taking your health in your own hands, and like you know what's going on in your own belly. We know, like, we do our makeup, we take care of manicure, pedicure, we do a lot of things around our like head and our hands and feet, but we never touch that belly. So this is one of the things that can help you even release very deep stored emotions, and it's absolutely healthy for your intestines, for your gallbladder and liver. And also when you get to the area where is your womb and your ovaries, by pressing, massaging, working on this area, again, what do? You give it the blood flow and you remove toxins, because when you work on this area, this is the lymphatic drainage. Your lymph, it's like a sewage in your body. It grabs on the toxins and removing them from your body. So the cysts, the endometriosis, inflammation in your ovaries is one of the reasons, toxicity in those ovaries, one of the reasons also why you're not having good progesterone, because those toxic ovaries, they just can't produce healthy follicles. It's that easy. And when you have a war in your intestines, if you have IBS, if you have stagnant liver and gallbladder, there is lots of toxicity, and this toxicity spills in your abdominal cavity, and it through 15 minutes it goes through your thyroid, your ovaries, your brain, all of this toxicity, and it gets inside of the tissue. You'll be surprised when we do the blood under microscope, we find parasites, we find yeast, we find the bacteria. And what does it do? All of this toxic blood, it gets to your tissues. Here you go. The fibroid, cysts, inflammation, and the follicles that can't accomplish the cycle come out. And so you have some ladies don't even have a progesterone. Forget about low progesterone. It's just like usually with PCOS, very toxic environment in your abdominal cavity. That's it. You can fix the PCOS. I used to have PCOS. You can absolutely live without PCOS, any symptoms. And this blood sugar is created not because like some ladies on PCOS, they low progesterone, they are so good with their diet, but they still have toxicity in the abdominal area, and they still have that war. Their intestines are fighting, the immune system is fighting. And when immune system fighting toxicity in your abdominal area, it runs a lot of sugar. It started going after your muscles, chewing up those muscles, creating high blood sugar for you, not because you're bad with your diet. It's because your immune system fighting, and it needs sugar, and it's going to eat up your muscles and create that glucose. This is very, very simple, but it's just nobody tells you about it. So this is number one thing. We're going to massage those areas for your healthy ovaries and your healthy liver, and that bile that can make the hormones for you. And gosh, the fire ants beat me, so I'm sorry that I'm eating like what's wrong with this lady? She's talking to us and eating like she has some kind of skin problems. Skin problems are always coming from a stagnant gallbladder, liver. This is number one. Let's open up that biles, like mechanical stuff, really easy. You can have so much relief from that. Number two, parasites. And ladies, this is amazing. Some of us fighting this estrogen progesterone fight for so long without seeing any good results, because nobody tells us we have parasites, and a lot of us living in our liver, gallbladder. And those parasites, and I see them like they are not going to be detected on the test, like liver flukes. Maybe giardia, one of the parasites that can be seen on the test, in really, really rare. Usually it hides pretty good. And liver flukes, they not, and I'm doing on Thursday, I'm doing amazing webinar over parasites. And a lot of people think like, I don't have parasites. Everybody has parasites. The question is which one? And they don't just live in our intestines. They don't just live in like large in our colon. They live in the brain, in eyes, in tissues. The parasites, yeast, opportunistic bacteria like strep bacteria lives all over the body. It creates so much problems. Strep bacteria creates big problems for liver, create big problems for brain, that fatigue. So when I say parasites, it's those guys, yeast, bacteria, like liver flukes. We do the gut test, and you can go to regular doctors and you're going to do the gut test, and they're going to tell you everything is fine, and it's not. People feeling okay until certain point, and they say like, my health just fell apart, like all of a sudden I have these hormone problems. It doesn't happen all of a sudden. It doesn't happen just because your body was like on your side, and one day it decided, oh, let me give her some hormonal problems. It happens because these parasites start living in your body. And these, for example, liver flukes, when we start getting on my protocol and the ladies start sending me the pictures, what comes out of them, those are liver flukes. They look like a little bit red tomato skins. Sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're smaller. Google liver flukes, go and read about it. Giardia, those are guys who live in the liver, and people live with them for 20, 30, 40 years, and they multiply really fast. They have 1,000 eggs, they live really long, they suck your blood. Some of the parasites, they suck up to 6 milliliters of blood every day. Here's your anemia. Here is you suffering from low iron, and people just gonna do crazy stuff, taking this iron, feed even more parasites. Parasites love iron, and they still have low iron levels. Have you ever thought about this? We're taking all these pills, doing infusions, and we still have anemia. Why? Well, one is because we need other minerals to even move that iron, like copper. And the other one is just because you're feeding those parasites that live in you. And those liver flukes, they live in bile ducts, so they prevent you from having that bile that we just talked about, the giving you healthy hormones. And also bile help you to digest your food. So all of these problems with digesting coming from the parasites. and we live with them for years. And these doctors, they don't want to know about it. They're gonna tell, like, if they see this, they're gonna say no. They're gonna, like, I don't know, I'm gonna have the rotten tomatoes thrown into me. But I know how I help myself. I know how I help my women. I know what kind of miracles we create in our health when we do it the right way. When we go in there and we have this system before we use amazing herbs that I'm going to talk to you about in step number 4. In step number 2, let's stop feeding these creatures that destroying our health. We all have parasite. It depends what kind. And if you're one of these very rare people who don't have parasites that are what you consider parasites, you have yeast. It's estrogen. Again, remember, estrogen go up, progesterone goes down. Estrogen, copper problems, parasites, and yeast, they always go hand in hand. Yeast, the more yeast we have in our body, the more estrogen we're going to have in our body. And then there is abdominal, visceral fat, even more estrogen, and it becoming so toxic. So what do we need to do? The parasites, liver flukes, and parasites in general, they hate bitter. They hate things like wormwood, black walnut. You can find a lot of herbs they can kill parasite. There are a lot of, like what I use, I like to use systemic formulas. BioClear 1 and 2 can help you to get rid of parasites really, really fast. And yeast and bacteria like strep that destroys our liver. All of the problems with skin come from strep. All of the, like, lots of problems with progesterone coming from strep bacteria, because this is parasitic bacteria. Strep is a parasite in your body. And yeah, systemic formula, BioClear, Bio 1 and 2. There is Oliverex and Biocidin, amazing herbs. Also, you can find them on Amazon. I do not recommend finding your supplements on Amazon. We just talked about, that's why I use, like, talk to the guy, the doctor Cheney on Shockley. We're gonna do another webinar, slaying the myths of supplements, why you shouldn't buy your supplements on Amazon, because like so much garbage in there. We don't even find the what we're looking for in some of the Amazon supplements, unless you know the company, unless you know the seller, because I use some of the Amazon supplements, but I know the seller. I know which one I'm recommending. I know who sells them. And I also, of course, I use the full script. But yeah, if you want to find Biocidin is a really good one. Oliverex is a good one. Also, what I like to use when I use the supplements, what is really important, the parasites hate bitter taste, but your liver loves bitter. So what I use, I actually buy the herbs, the real herbs, and making tea from them. Here's the wormwood. It's a bitter to drink. You just like make a tea and you drink just a little bit of it, but it stimulates the bile flow. If you use the parasitic herbs, if you use something bitter, another one is really good one by Dr. Burke, gallbladder support. He uses really good herbs in that. This is supporting your gallbladder. So this is step number 3. First, mechanically work on it. Second one, killing the parasites, yeast and bacteria like strep. Then third one, stimulate that bile. So anything bitter herbs, bitter digestive bitters, like you can Google digestive bitters. Those are amazing. I use different types. I'm gonna make another video with it. Very bitter herbs like wormwood, celandine. This is the Russian herbs. It's not very famous in US, but that thing gets rid of cysts, polyps, parasites. This like translate clean body from Russian language, and it's absolutely amazing. It can transform your health in a matter of 2 months. Even works on like tumors in like big cysts in your body. Celandine. Another one is in this third step, stimulating the bile, use minerals. Every time I drink water, I make it sexy. I use oxy drops, I use minerals. Remite mineral solution is pretty good one. There are a lot of Yeah, global scan always showed parasites. Yes, we all have parasites. Grapefruit seed extract, absolutely. All of these herbs, there are a ton of herbs, ton of combinations. They're available. Another good thing, really good thing to get rid of the liver flukes that clog your bile. And when you're doing the parasitic complex, always do the massages. If you combine them with garlic or coffee enemas, like you will see the thing's gonna come out fast. And another one is really important. You can do it at home. Google vitamin C flush. That vitamin C, when you take 1,000 milligram, I think every 15 minutes until you get a watery stool, and then you slow down, and then your dose is like half of the one that made you gave you watery stools. For example, taking vitamin C until you have diarrhea, and if you took like 1,000 milligrams, your dose is going to be 4. Start taking it every day, and using the bitters, and it's going to flush your liver. It's called vitamin C flush. Google it, find it. Of course, if you come to my limitless body program, I'm running like 1 year deal right now. It's going to be amazing, and it's like fraction of a price right now. So come on to my limitless body program. I have this system, but here I'm sharing with you some of it, and you can achieve results by just following this. This is going to move the needle in your progesterone, low progesterone problems. This is the real stuff, my dears. This is your body. How do we create these hormones? Your brain tells your ovaries what to do. Your brain tells your system what to do. We need a healthy brain. We need a healthy gallbladder, liver. We need healthy ovaries. That's it. And you're going to have healthy hormones. We're fighting in the wrong area, I'm telling you. And we're going to talk about brain. It's so easy to have energy, to have clear brain again. So vitamin C flash is for your liver. Good one. Helps with liver flux. Okay. And fourth step, now we're getting to the good herbs. Now, after this step, after we cleanse, after we jumpstart, after your gallbladder working again, after your liver working again, after we took care of the things to make our organ work, especially liver into like in 4 weeks, 8 weeks, that queen is like the liver is the queen of your body. It's your best friend, it's your bodyguard. As soon as you heal that organ, you're gonna have the energy, you're gonna have your hormone balance, you're gonna have your life back, I guarantee you. And then after you've done that, you can use things like Vitex. If you have PCOS, don't use Vitex because it's gonna aggravate your symptoms. You're gonna have more hair, you're gonna have more pimples and stuff. Just if you didn't do the steps that I shared with you before. Okay, if you did the steps, it's absolutely different. Boron help you to have healthy hormones that stimulate the DHA production. It stimulates your body to produce healthier hormones. And of course, if you have PCOS, I would go more of like white peony, licorice to work on your progesterone instead of Vitex still. If you don't have PCOS, Vitex, it's absolutely amazing. It's gonna just jumpstart your progesterone production after you did the other steps first. And of course, things like sulforaphane, it's amazing. Broccoli sprouts, they can absolutely change how your body have that balance of estrogen, progesterone. Your estrogen gonna go down and progesterone gonna go up. So DIM is amazing. Broccoli sprouts are amazing. But the thing is, before you get on this hormone replacement therapy, and even if you're on hormone replacement therapy, if you do those steps of rejuvenating that organ, removing the toxicity that your immune system fighting nonstop, you're going to see more results with your hormone replacement therapy. You're going to see amazing results. It's going to happen faster, a lot faster. We just have to do it the smart way. So again, rewatch the video, look at the steps that I'm sharing with you. It's going to happen for you so much faster. the balancing those hormones if you help your body, if you remove the parasites, if you give the tissues the blood, if you massage it, if you give your intestines the blood, if you jumpstart your lymph. And we're going to talk more about the lymph. We're going to talk more about your brain, because number one, help for your endocrine system. It makes your brain work again. Your brain tells your endocrine system what to do. All of our hormones start from our brain. Okay, so those are the things. So any recommendations for oil we can use for our body massage? Well, it's very personal. It's very personal. Some people even use just regular olive oil. Some people use coconut oil. It's like the body, it's like your preference. I really, really like the castor oil packs. And for ladies, again, castor oil packs can help so much in removing that toxicity from your abdominal area. I do find that sometimes castor oil packs is just a little bit too much, and people like, oh, this takes so much time, it's messy. So what I recommend is taking a couple drops of castor oil, putting it in your navel area right inside, and putting a couple drops of DMSO, and it's gonna get navel area, your navel. You can do so much by massaging that area. You can also, if you can also find a very good visceral massage therapist. They go through your organs, they remove the adhesions, but they can really help you to accomplish a lot. But you can also do it yourself. All right, so hopefully this was helpful, and let's do it the smart way. If you want to join Limitless Body, this is the time. It's absolutely phenomenal time. I'm going to do it just once a year. It's going to be like an experiment, like my gift to people. You're going to get a lot of the things that I use with my one-on-one ladies, but you get like it's fraction of a price. If you're interested, come on, send me a message and get on board. It's like this is the chance to completely transform your hormones, your life, your body really easily. And we have amazing results in weight loss. It's phenomenal. Like what in a couple of weeks, what happening with ladies. All right. So if you're ready, come on. Or, I shared the steps with you. Do it the smart way. Love you all.